All right, it's the rundown. It's January 8th, brought to you by Tommy John, TommyJohn.com/rundown. Kayce, does Big Cat wear Tommy Johns?
I don't know. I didn't get a great look at it.
Staring that ass down.
Doesn't look like Tommy John.
20%
I feel
off.
objectified.
No, you don't. You said it was okay
No,
that
I
I
feel
stared.
objectified now.
You're changing your story
Being
now?
back around you with cameras around. I don't know what's going to happen.
20% off your first order.
That's not great.
Tommy John is the most comfortable men's and women's underwear on the planet. Their underwear has a no wedgie guarantee, comfortable stay-put waistband, super light moisture wicking fabric designed to move with you, not against you. All Tommy John underwear backed by the best pair you'll ever wear, or it's free guarantee. Okay? National title game, we're all there for it yesterday. Clemson just destroyed Alabama. I think that was a shock to everybody. It wasn't a shock that they won the game, at least not to me and you, Dan.
Nope.
It was a shock to Kayce. Yeah.
Nobody expected them to.
No, we all
get
thought it was
that
going to be a close game.
Yeah.
I just said that.
I know.
Yeah.
Just making sure we're going on record
Right.
saying that.
No,
Okay.
I mean, I thought.
I mean, how many times did I say I was dead wrong on the stream last night? Well, I said that I would tell you I was wrong if Alabama.
Dead wrong.
Okay, I was dead wrong that Alabama was not going to lose a game.
It's not enough.
No.
It's not enough. We
not
demand
If
satisfaction.
you want to say it again, I heard you saying, well, you say it first. Say it for the
But you
people.
got to feel it. That's the thing
I
is you
said-
can't say it, but you have to feel it.
Oh, I felt it last night. I felt it. How could I not? You guys were like in my face. Dave was literally shooing me like a dog.
I didn't shoot you like a dog. I
No,
did
it was more like someone who was dead wrong about Alabama.
get,
I was.
right.
I
Would
said-
get somebody
I
who knows what
said-
they're talking about.
That Alabama was not going to lose a football game this season. They obviously lost a football game this season.
Big.
I was dead wrong.
Yeah. When you say they obviously lost a game, you don't like.
I
They
feel
really
it.
lost the
They
game.
they got their
They
asses handed
really
to them.
lost.
Nick
30-0
Saban looked like
finish?
he had never coached a game before.
16-14.
Tommy.
Tommy, get control of this fucking place.
I mean, they're guests.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
still,
it's
get
like,
control.
I mean, maybe Feidelberg wants a microphone. I mean, he's just screaming on set.
I don't even know where I'm at right now.
That's why I felt all last night.
But
by
it
the
does
way.
invalidate the SEC to a degree. Not invalidating, but it's just another conference.
I also said last night that I was embarrassed in the moment that A&M was in the SEC. I'm embarrassed A&M is in the SEC at this very moment. I'll get over that soon, but in this very moment I am.
Yeah, I mean,
I did feel
look,
that last night. I don't feel that today, but I felt it
Alabama
last night.
and Clemson in the last 4 years have the exact same record, the exact same amount of national titles. Clemson is just as much the standard as Alabama now.
Yeah, I mean,
Dabo coached a great game.
I think in light of that, you'd have to say they're the premier team because they destroyed them. All the game, 3 close games and 1 blowout.
Well, no, Alabama beat them pretty bad in the
They
semifinal last year. Yeah, it was like 20,
Not in
32-6 or
not
something.
in the championship game, but in the semifinal.
Yeah, it was
last
some,
year, yes.
maybe 24-6 or 24-6. I mean,
All right, so the other highlights, I watched that gif of Tommy elbowing Mush in the head like 1,000. First of all, Mush's face before he got elbowed already was that dumb look that you have that only you can have. And then it's like
He had a bad night too.
Mush, yeah, and then
Yeah.
you get elbowed. Tommy, you go like,
I hit my funny bone, so then I was trying to protect Mush, and that's what caused the awkward hand movements.
I heard on your radio show, Kayce, you being like, I said I'd fuck Tommy, and I did say I'd put my dick in him, but you didn't give the context.
yeah, you didn't give.
Is-
No,
No, I guess
you-
I did.
Those watching at home, if you put together a game tape of when I touch Tommy, when I don't touch Tommy, it's like bananas.
You got to just keep touching them.
Gonna touch
I'm
the
telling
shit
you,
out
he
of
should
him.
just sit on your lap at this point.
Maybe he will, Kayce.
Maybe he will.
We're up 12, so I don't have to go to that extreme.
I mean, you spanked him on advisors, so.
Casey, if this
Same.
game comes down to like the wire, I will like put my dick
He will
in
be
him if
inside.
I have to.
I was going to say, Dave.
Well,
Tommy,
I
that
missed,
wasn't
I
me.
missed some of that. What
That
did
wasn't
Casey
me,
say?
Tommy.
He'll
That
be
wasn't me.
inside of you, Tommy.
He said he'd put his
No, it's
dick
fine.
in.
It's one of the- Oh, all right. Well,
No, you didn't. You
I
like Dave
said-
said you like he'll
No.
do anything.
You
I-
penetrate him.
I said that.
So I put my dick in him.
Yeah.
That's this. I'm confused.
You didn't
where,
say
like, the
where,
line-
that's
you
not
were You
necessarily-
were saying before that he said Tommy would let me put my dick in him.
Oh,
That's
also,
what he just
wait, hold
said.
on. That's
No,
also
that's different
not.
than what he said.
That's not necessarily fucking. Like you put your dick in his pocket.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you
okay.
didn't.
No.
You
Because
didn't.
the way that it happened was we
In
were
his
talking.
hand.
Yeah,
You
in
didn't
his
give-
hand.
We were talking
In
about
his
how
sweatshirt,
you spanked
like-
him on the advisor's set, and then Dan said something to one up it, and then I said something else, and then you were like, I would put my dick in him if I had to.
But the
Wanna bet?
context.
But it's like a movie, like a comedy. Oh, this guy's winning me so much money. I'll fuck him in the ass if I'll keep
It
winning.
wasn't
I-
even that.
I-
It was
Okay.
the
I
con-
just
the
repeated
con-
what I said-
The
what was said.
context. It wasn't even that. The context of it was I had 60 grand to line. if it came down to the last, you're getting close to Tommy. I'm like, if it comes down to the last play and there's 60 grand,
I will
on the
put
line,
my penis in his hand.
Like, yeah,
No,
I
he
will
said I
put my dick in
him.
Like,
And that's just the story I was repeating.
In
That
him.
Tommy,
you didn't give the
that Tommy-
context.
yes, I
Last
did.
play, 60 grand on the line.
No, I said that
That's the important
I
part.
said that you could do anything to him, and Tommy would say that you could in order to win money. And
But
that's
60
The
grand on the
real
line.
problem
Right, but
here is
that's-
that Tommy
that's-
of like that.
like you said that, and Tommy
the yard-
didn't argue with
He
it or
didn't even-
anything.
I didn't hear.
Here's the problem for Tommy. The goalposts keep moving.
Right, which is all I
Okay.
was saying last night.
It's a
and
big bet I made.
and
last
Yeah, I
night.
know. The
I-
goalposts keep moving. Like it started, Tommy, you got to be around me. Tommy, you got to be in the same room as me. Tommy, you got to come to my house. Tommy, I got to be
spanked
touching
you.
you. Tommy, I got to put my dick in you.
I've never
like,
spanked him as part of the bet. I
No,
spanked
but
him
I
as
just
like,
brought
spanked him
that
out
up.
of pleasure.
It was acting.
It was
I brought-
pleasure. It
That's
wasn't.
part of
Right.
the. That's
Right,
the shit.
pleasure,
That's
a
acting.
pleasure
That's the
spanking, a
crap.
pleasure spanking. No, I would like to point out, like Tommy on Twitter said that I was the one that like brought up that you would penetrate him. You're the one that said it, but
I think
of course
I
he's
said
not going to go after you.
penetrate.
No,
Not on
No, he
Twitter.
said
I was looking
penetrate.
at the
He said
radio
penetrate.
clip. This is a quote from Kayce Smith. At Tom Squilly has no self-pride at this point.
Well, that's true.
That is true.
That's true.
I mean, Big
Based
Cat. Like,
on
why
what?
aren't you coming off of
I
Big
mean,
Cat? I mean,
that's true.
it's true.
I think you have a lot of pride.
Yeah, I have a lot of pride. We
go.
were,
That
we were
was
chopping
that
up
I
with
mean,
the
extreme
boys
breakdown.
last
that's the exact
I think
thing.
you have a lot of pride.
I don't
Yeah, I have a
understand.
lot of
Like,
pride.
Let me
Tommy's
tell you
coming after
something.
me when
this
Big
guy's
Cat's the
incredibly
exact same thing.
stupid if he doesn't get lucky in gambling. We don't even know who he is. This is
True.
his-
Right.
It's like that's
Yeah.
pride. That's smart.
But the whole point was last
Dance
night
with
was
who
that
brung
you
you.
moved the goalpost and you said that you would do that
Here's
if you
what's
needed
gonna
to,
happen.
and
If
he
it
went ahead with
if
it.
it was 4th and goal
I
at the
don't-
1, 2 seconds
You
left.
should be allowed to do
We're
whatever
down
you
4.
want to do. I'm not
yeah.
putting this on you
My
at all.
dick's going in.
That's
For
the
that
whole
play.
point. This is
Just for that
exactly what
play.
I said on the radio, but I'm the bully here.
Just for that play.
Listen, this
And look,
is what's
Tommy's
gonna
not
happen
going to argue
Tommy.
with it
What?
at all.
Tommy
Like,
at some point is going to.
It's hypotheticals.
Yeah, right.
We're laughing.
That didn't
we're
sound
having a good
hypothetical.
time.
At some point, Tommy's gonna try to stand up to Dave, and it's gonna be the greatest moment ever because he's gonna there'll be a moment of silence.
because I
and then they'll
trust
look at each
that-
other, and Dave will be like, "Tommy, come on,
I
get over here."
I'm gonna put
Like,
my dick in
yeah.
No, I mean I know that Dave would never actually put his dick in my ass. Like I know
No, I
we
wouldn't.
we could joke around. And,
Depends if the goalposts keep
Like I
moving.
said,
I mean, if there's
the
like
goalposts
$1
keep
million on the
moving.
line,
Yes,
Tommy, if there's
it was
$1
$1 million,
on the line,
and it was.
this is
yes.
the exact point that I had, but I'm the
I
bully.
don't want to.
No,
But he
none
would
of us
do it,
want
and
to see
Tommy
it.
would let it happen.
No
That's the
one wants
point.
that to happen.
Nobody wants to
but-
see that, for the record.
I don't want it to happen.
Okay.
But
We're all on the same page here.
if like the company's in the line and there's like a
I think I
play,
said that last night on the stream. I
There's
said
a
Tommy
fire.
would do anything for the company.
Yeah.
I can't figure out what I've said that's false yet.
Well,
It's the
you didn't
tone.
give the
You take
context.
a lot
I'm
of
not
shots
walking
out of
around
me
being
out
like,
of
oh, I
nowhere.
just want to fuck
No,
Tommy.
I did give the
Like
context.
I'm the last one. It's
I
like
did-
I
we did a
don't like
2-hour radio
like
show.
I don't even like when he had to come over. Like I like being alone. But it's like all right, well, it's either I sit here and lose all my money, or like my dick goes in him and I win $1 million.
It's a pretty easy choice when you
I
put
mean,
it that way.
right, there it is. It's
Yeah.
the context was exactly
Hey,
that.
guess what? And if Dave wins $1 million, we might even get
Coffee's-
lunch.
Coffee's
We
for
might
everyone.
even
I
get
get 100
lunch.
Ubers. I get 100 Ubers.
might-
I
even
never
get
said I
lunch.
was giving you. I said I'd get you 100 Ubers out of here so you could leave last night.
Why would
not
I
like
need 100 Ubers?
indefinite.
Ubers?
Not indefinite
Like,
Ubers.
there's just 100
Yeah,
Ubers.
just take like a presidential
what else
burial.
from?
Yeah.
I got objectified
Oh,
by
we're going,
Kayce.
This is just
Yeah.
all. I knew
You
I was going to
did.
be on the rundown today.
Did you talk? Did you talk on the radio about the security guard?
I didn't because I didn't think I was supposed to.
She got objectified.
Yeah.
For real.
So now we both know what it feels like.
That garage is crazy. I might as well. So the security guard at FanDuel, who I don't care anymore because it's already been escalated, so he's gonna get fired. He at halftime, like, came over to me. He's like, if I give you $1,000, well, can you like introduce a high roller to? No, he's like, I get $1,000 if you'll introduce a high roller to the blonde girl who's on set. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? First of all, you had a headset on. Like to ask that, it's like you're the security guard.
For our set, not
For
even
our
just for the
set.
high, like for
yes,
our set.
you're here to.
Oh wait, was it
stop-
the guy sitting in this
Yeah,
chair?
with the blue shoes.
Yeah.
I dapped him up a couple times.
I did too.
It feels a little
I thought he was
Yikes.
talking about my bet at halftime.
Yeah.
He's like,
Complicit.
Well, I mean, I'm
You're
sorry.
complicit.
Yeah,
I
he
thought
was like,
was
good bet. And I
Yeah.
was like, thanks,
I thought he was
man.
coming over to be like, you got a good bet. He's like, I'll get $1,000. High roller wants to have like a conversation with the blonde girl. I'm like, no.
Wait, but for a conversation, you would have done it.
What are you talking about?
No.
The security
ask
guard
me,
gets
he asked-
Security guard.
$1,000.
I thought
He
Kayce
asked-
got 1,000.
No,
Like,
No.
he asked Dave.
I'll go talk to him.
I didn't even know
I'm
this
just-
happened, by the way. Dave didn't
apparently
tell me this after
my-
the game.
I
apparently-
didn't tell
I'm
because
just
I
as
have like
nice a
weird.
piece of
I'm like,
ass.
I don't want this guy shit's gonna get fired if I talk about it. So I just pretend it didn't happen. Then Kayce tells me after the security guy ushered her in to talk to some high roller.
Yeah,
like,
and then
great
they were
job,
like,
security guard.
Yeah, like ushered it in, like brought him in, and then like the guy was like going around the corner, and they kind of like like looked like I should go follow him, and then I turned around and Matt Brown was there. I was like, get
Yikes.
me out of here.
By the way, what kind of pussy is this high roller that you can't just come say hello?
Yeah, like,
You're
hey, I'm a
he
high
was
roller.
hiding like behind the corner in like a dark hallway.
The whole reason
What a
like a
pussy.
guy is
What a
rich
pussy.
is so he can walk up to
What?
a woman out of his league and be like, hey, I'm rich.
Yeah, right.
Did
Pussy
you-
ball. Like,
he
how do
was
you
wearing,
think
like,
that's
a
gonna?
velvet suit. It was
Oh, that's
strange.
that's big time.
It was strange.
What color?
That changes
It was
the-
black, and he had like big chain. He was very tall, and I was like, this feels like it might be like taking Barstool.
Velvet
edition. Like, I
suit
need to
changes
get out
the
of here.
dynamic a little.
Like I
Maybe-
turned around, whoever was next to me, I was like, get me out of here. And Matt Brown was like, that's the worst security guard of all time.
Maybe
That's
the worst
crazy.
security guard who
That's
ever.
And I didn't know
crazy.
at the time that he had offered Dave $1,000.
That's crazy.
Well, how do you think that works where you have to like pay a security guard to say hello? It's not like we're in some like secluded place. He could have literally walked up and like, hey, Kayce.
Also,
Because he
like,
obviously was going to make way more money for like
Yeah.
selling me in the sex.
No, but
Not
no,
only
no,
that-
no, but the guy. The
Not only
guy
that,
who
but,
wanted
like-
to say hello.
yeah,
Who's
like
this
he
guy
might have been
think-
trying to sell me in the
Oh,
sex
maybe.
trade. Like,
Maybe.
like if he's giving the security guard $1,000 to give to you to introduce me, like he's making money somewhere.
Well, he's a high roller.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, but like we're not in Vegas. We're not like you're not, you know, we're in fucking Meadowlands.
No, I know.
It was
It's
it
a
was
Monday
weird.
night.
It was a weird
yeah.
moment.
Yeah. No, it's
And
only
I'm
that.
really
it's
glad
like
that I didn't know what he did to you until I got in the
Yeah,
Uber, because that would have
seriously.
really been the worst.
pretty
Credit
weird.
to you for Dave
Yeah.
for saying
For
no.
nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Credit
didn't
to
get
you.
the 1,000.
Credit to you.
It wasn't like I was getting 1,000. It's like he wasn't like, I'll give you 1,000. Like I get
Did you
1,000.
a bunch of weed?
He offered me a bunch of weed.
The security guard.
Yeah, he's like, you got any cash? I go, no, I just lost
This
it."
guy just.
That guy, that I can live with, but you
Yeah, I
can't
know, I was-
start like
I tapped
trying to
him a lot,
kidnap
too,
our
but God,
talent.
what?
That would be bad.
Guess not.
And have you pay him to kidnap me, or him pay you to kidnap me?
He was getting $1,000 from the high roller, according to him,
To make the
provide,
introduction.
To provide the introduction, like, hey,
Yeah.
Casey, come with me, and then I was just going to vanish and leave you with this guy.
Thank you for not leaving me with this guy.
Big time security guard.
So now you
Shout
know what
out
it
to
feels
Matt
like to
Brown.
be objectified.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
both objectified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just am happy. I told Casey this. I'd say 9 out of 10 times in my life when I get up out of a seat, I fart. So it's good that
I'm
that
really
didn't
glad I
happen.
did
Very
that
good.
too.
That didn't happen.
I apologize for looking at your ass
It's
if
okay.
you felt
it
violated.
made me feel good.
See, then there you go.
Made me
I'm
feel
glad
sexy.
I did it then. I don't remember
I've
doing
been
it.
I've been feeling bootylicious today.
Good, 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 good,
I
good, good.
blacked out, but I mean, whatever makes you feel good. I stared at your ass.
gif is just so funny.
It's so good.
Up and down.
Marina didn't send
Get
that
that
to me
whole
till
look.
this morning, by the way. Like I only saw the still shot, and I was convinced that maybe I was like looking past him, and it just looked
No,
like
you
I was
looked
staring
him
at
up.
him.
No, you were taking
No,
the
I looked him up
whole
and down
thing
like
in.
he was.
Yeah.
I mean, look, no touch though.
The other part, Dan, which is very gambling, like I went through about half an hour as Matt myself and not putting 100 grand on the game. Like that's just.
I
my
mean, you
mentality.
did that to me. You at the end, I had a ton on Clemson plus 5.5, and then you just kind of hit me with a little knife in the heart. And you're like, bet you wish you had money line.
That did happen.
Yeah, I didn't even mean it. I like to be.
No,
mean.
I actually don't care because if Clemson had somehow lost the game by 3, I would have been doing a little of that to you.
Yeah.
So
that's
all's
the-
fair.
Did we miss anything else from the post-game show they did? I mean, I guess basic. Saban was pretty gracious in defeat.
He said he loved the media, which was a little.
Yeah, that's when you know he's out of whack.
Like,
Tua-
something's wrong.
I mean, I don't put that whole loss on Tua, obviously, but he was not good.
They turned the ball over 3 times inside the 25. That's not good.
And
Well, they didn't turn over.
He
They
played
punt down.
You know, he got hurt
Well,
against.
Right. But I mean,
He got hurt against
Inside the
Georgia,
25 all 3 times.
obviously. But if you want to be a Georgia fan and say that Georgia should have been in the playoff instead of Oklahoma, that then means that Tua played very poorly against the 2 best teams on their schedule.
Yeah.
it's brutal.
Sticking with weird sexual stuff, this doorbell tonger going around. He just tongues doorbells for like 3 hours straight. Like literally sticks his like tongue down the doorbell's throat. Pretty odd behavior.
I mean, well, it's odd unless
He's on drugs.
I just
where he
assume
thinks
that's
it's
like the
some-
greatest ecstasy of all time that
Right.
he's taking.
Like he thinks.
And then he just goes and just
like he knows there's gonna be
kisses the
doorbells
fuck outta
everywhere. And he just takes
doorbells.
a bunch of drugs and is like whatever, and he sees like.
I mean, no.
Like, that guy right there-
Like there's
No,
doorbells everywhere. Like
like-
he's like, I'm gonna go get off to this doorbell.
It's not fair. Us watching that
course there's
video
gonna be
is not
doorbells.
fair
Right.
because we're saying like, look at this weirdo. He's Frenching a doorbell for 3 hours. That guy in his head at that moment is making out with the hottest chick ever,
Yeah.
and he's having the best time.
Okay.
And
I didn't
you
see
know,
everyone really being on pro doorbell.
I mean, hey, listen.
I don't think that
again,
it's a normal thing to do, but that guy obviously thinks
Right.
that it's normal in the moment.
If
and
the
he's just
ecstasy
gonna go
takes you
find
to a doorbell,
okay.
I assume that's what he's doing.
Can't make
there.
out with girls. I'll make out with a doorbell and pretend it's a girl.
If he's sober,
More power
then
to him, I
yes,
guess.
I'll say
Yes.
it's a weird move.
This guy, all right.
He's
Yeah,
definitely
this is-
on something.
This guy's
Maybe
like
acid.
getting a parade thrown for you guys too. Kirk Cameron birthday party. Kirk Cameron pops up like I feel like once every couple of years. And this
Him
is
and
one-
I feel like Kirk Cameron and Corey.
Corey Haim. That's
Haim.
exactly
They
what it
literally-
is. Yeah.
They're the two guys that
Yeah.
Just pop
Yeah.
up.
and then see ya.
That first season of The Surreal Life of Corey Haim
Yeah.
and MC Hammer was still like.
And Corey Haim, like a couple of years ago, remember he was throwing like parties or he had an album or something.
Yeah,
I
no,
remember
he's
writing
like
a
a
bunch
real-
of blogs
it's
about
like
it.
a release
Right,
thing.
and then they'll say something that's really horrific.
Yeah,
Like,
and then
I've
he's
been
like, all right,
molested
go
by,
away
like-
for a few years
Yeah,
and come
right.
back.
Yeah.
Disappear. Yeah, somebody will bring him up.
Kirk Cameron's crazy too.
Isn't
A
he
real
is he
religious
a
guy.
Scientologist?
super
or-
super religious.
Yeah.
Cameron?
What?
Because doesn't Eminem talk shit about him at some point too about being
Yeah.
super religious in one of his?
What was it? Family Top? No.
Growing Pains.
Growing
Growing
Pains.
Pains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a sad picture. It's just a cake and a couple Subways. You're going to
know.
defend him too.
I mean, it's
No, you can't.
No, I mean,
if
look,
that's what he wants to do, fine.
I
but
guess
don't put it on
I guess
social
it comes
media.
down to this: are all the sandwiches for him? Because that's not that bad.
No, it's
If you're like, hey, here's a birthday, and instead of getting like steak and cheese or chicken parm, we're gonna get you 7 different subs. You can just take a bite of each, then have some cake.
I
That's a
can't
good
say anything because
birthday.
it's going to look like
That's a
I'm
good
fat
birthday.
shaming Dan.
No, that's a good birthday.
He doesn't believe in evolution. That's his
There
thing.
it is.
That's tough.
Just don't put it on social media.
Well, this is like objectification day. So this girl front row, Lamar Aldridge, sees him, looks like she looks at his dick, and then like gets very excited and takes out her camera.
The lesson is just not give away exactly what your face, like on my face, you don't know if I'm disgusted or if I'm lusting after you. She gave
Look
it
kind
away.
of disgusted.
No,
See,
I
that's
think she
what- see,
looked
he-
good. I
that's-
think she looked like she
That was the
wanted
whole
to-
argument is, did
a
it look like
bite
I was going to risk it all or did
Of
I
you.
look like I was
Yeah,
disgusted?
of
He
my
thinks I
ass.
looked like I was lusting after him.
You don't do the look up and down.
Well,
It's a debate. There's
it's
no
a
debate
horror
with this.
story. Like, it's like, "Ew, this car
No, but
accident,
that's
look
not
at
what she did. She didn't go.
That's a lot of people on
She went
many
like this,
people.
her eyes were a
Many
little
people said it
smoky.
looked like I was going to throw up, but many people also said
Yeah.
it looked
It
like
was
I wanted
more
to
like,
fuck you, so I don't know.
It was like, what am I looking at? This is something I've never seen.
Yeah, that may be true.
Yeah.
But that girl, there
But
was
that's a
nothing
little
left to the
intrigue,
imagination.
you know?
Also, why, as a guy, I think you got to think long and hard about going front row to like NBA games with your girlfriend. Like the guy, you don't want to be you don't
They're
want that.
specimens.
You don't want your girl like yeah. You don't want that to happen.
Right.
Like,
And then, yeah, if that girl was with a boyfriend like you
she
said,
was definitely with the guy.
NBA
Nice.
players
Yeah,
are
like-
also like the number. Well, actually, no. Football players in their pads, if you're ever like on the sideline, that's always like, holy
But
shit,
you're
these
far
guys
away
that
from
big.
them.
Right.
NBA guys can just start
Right.
talking to
NBA
girls and
players,
just
like,
take
yeah.
them.
If
I mean,
you see
he
their
slid in her
athleticism up
DMs.
close, you're like,
Yeah,
holy
it's
shit.
Eminent domain. It's like Braveheart. It's prima nocta. It's like they will do that right in your face. So maybe third row, a little like separation.
Yeah, so you can
Did he
still get the
cred.
the waitress and the waiters
Yeah,
coming up to
yeah.
you.
But you don't have the
But you get the
players coming up.
menu,
she-
but you
your
don't
girl
have to.
can't
yeah.
see through the guy's shorts.
Right, right.
And talk directly like, hey, what's your number? And she just gives it and it's like, well, that didn't go
Yeah.
as planned.
Yeah.
I put this on because none of the Philly guys blogged it, but Smee's doing it now. I thought it was a funny video. We got 4 Philly guys. Kate, do you see Gritty? When Gritty did the parkour challenge. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I sent it to all the Philly guys.
Smitty just like starts
not
lingering
Philly-
around it.
not
Like,
Philly girls.
like the
Okay.
face when he
Got it.
lingers is
Yeah,
not good.
you're a big Gritty person, right?
A huge gritty
Yeah,
person.
you follow him on Instagram. It's a good follow.
I know.
Smitty's here.
Gritty had a blindfold on, and they did the Bird Box Challenge
Let
sign.
Smitty talk.
Well, he can talk. Yeah.
Oh,
So he
okay.
did the Bird Box Challenge.
I didn't want you
first
not to be
sign.
able to talk.
And then they took the next signs, the Parkey Challenge, and Gritty like kicked. It was tough. It was a great Philly video. I think Jordy's a big hockey flyer guy. He'll probably say he didn't know he had to blog it. That's what he said about the Eagles. He didn't know people blog Philly stuff. But it was a good story. So I sent that along. I liked it.
I haven't
pretty
seen
good.
it.
Yeah, well, hopefully, Smitty may have it on the blog now.
Because I actually, like, when you
It's up. It's
when
up.
you sent the topics, I was looking, I was like, this isn't on the blog, so it's, you were
It
going to roast
wasn't
somebody.
on the blog. I looked all over for it because I'd seen it a bunch. I'm like, it's got to be on the blog. We got 4 or 5 Philly people.
I just didn't want to overkill it because we're already in the news so much, going to the
Thank
next
you,
playoff
Kate.
game and everything. And Philly,
The Philly crew
double
must
doinks.
hold company meetings on why things aren't on the blog, because you guys have very.
They all
that
have the
was
same
that was
alibi.
They have
White
a
Sox
media
Dave.
blackout.
Yeah, White Sox Dave didn't want to flood the blog with Chicago stories when there were none.
It's great that people still try to use that excuse. Like
Yeah.
that one doesn't fly. That one will never
So
fly.
that was a good video. I wanted to make sure people saw.
Wait, so
that.
he kicked the field goal?
He liked to.
Or
he,
tried.
he mocked Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago's getting mocked pretty hard by Philly.
By the way, they were replaying that game last night in the
Move
sports
on.
book. Did
So
you know
that
that?
the Petco
Move
building
on.
had the Petco building had
Move on.
dunk on the.
It's been.
Move on.
Move on. It's the
Find a
past.
new slant.
It's so far in the past. This is, as to quote my good friend Mike Ditka, the past is for cowards and losers. Okay.
Find a
Move
new
on.
slant.
You're a winner. Like you won last night. That's
Move
all that
on.
matters.
Everyone move on. There's bigger things to worry about than a kicker, not whatever.
How mad were you that game wasn't on Saturday afternoon?
I said that. I'd say
Yeah.
when the minute it came out, the way the NFL playoffs work, if you have the late Sunday game, that's what people talk about. Like if you no one talks about the Texans Colts.
Well, I mean, it was Bears Eagles, big game. There's a double
No, I know,
doink.
but
It was
you know
the
what I
best
mean.
game of the
It's
group.
the most it's the most recent.
Yeah.
And I'm actually at a piece now where I'm like, whatever. It will come back
Zen.
up next weekend when the Saints are playing the Eagles, and if the Eagles are in that game at the beginning, I'll be like,
Okay.
or the Cowboys beating the Rams. If the Cowboys beat the Rams, whatever. Whatever. You don't want the Cowboys to win.
Well, at this point, they're not going to fire Jason Garrett, so it doesn't matter.
No, he's
like they're
getting
not.
a long
He like.
Did you see that fucking boat that Jerry Jones got?
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite
Does it make
impressive.
you feel poor?
Yeah. I wrote that blog.
I feel like
Oh, and Barstool Gold. That was how I tied it in. Everyone's like, oh, you guys are greedy. You got all this money. Barstool's like, money is what Jerry Jones has. We don't have that.
Did he have a
$1.
boat before that?
No.
He had to have had
probably.
one. This is just like a big
I was
one.
going to say, it's a little late in the game to be a boat guy.
No, it's probably just a bigger boat.
Jerry's
There's
gotta
no way
be-
Jerry Jones doesn't have a boat living in Texas.
I'll throw this out there. I'm going to call my shot. Purchasing a boat like that means I might not have many years left. He's really going to enjoy himself. That's a
Oh,
big boat.
well,
Like,
he
to go,
said- he
you live
said-
in Dallas.
Like he said last
Like, you
week,
don't
he said he
live in-
doesn't have time to have a bad time anymore, which is
Right.
why like he
Exactly.
said
You don't
he
live in
knows he's gonna
Miami.
die. That's
It's
what
not
he said.
Miami.
I don't have time. I don't have time to have a bad time.
Yeah.
I don't have enough time to have a bad
That's
time.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Jerry Jones is looking at. He's
That's
facing more
tombstone
time.
shit.
It's the
Yeah.
classic hypothetical. Would you be Henry Lockwood or Bob Kraft?
Yeah, right.
So now he's just gonna like.
That is
sign-
a
All
great-
time hypothetical.
It's like very tough to answer that one.
But now Jerry Jones is just gonna
5
buy all
years
these
ago, I don't
boats?
think it was, but that was also
Now it's Lockwood,
yeah.
right? Would you rather be
How old is Bob Kraft?
old?
Yeah. Now, I mean, eventually it gets it tips.
Yeah.
But
Also, Barstool Gold, clearly the big story. So that launched today. It's actually, other than the site breaking right away, which Stu came up. That's our tech guy, very smart. And he's like, you may start getting complaints. Like, Stu, I knew that was going to happen. I didn't need you to tell me something wasn't going to work right and people can complain. It's
still
back
all
up.
time Barstool stories when we did the Dev Nest and we relaunched it and you went on vacation in Barbados and you're
Yeah.
like, what do you mean it's broken?
Press conference. New website, DevNest development. A lot of people bitching right now. A lot of people moaning. I can hear all the oohs and ahs all the way out in the Bahamas. Yeah, that was not smart. It's
Those were way back in the
$1.
day.
There's two things. The main one's $1 a week, so it's not that expensive. You complain about that. I get everyone
14 cents a day. We did the math.
14 cents a day. I get people, like you said, it's free. It's extra content. Free content staying the same. We would not have had the new content without Barstool Gold. I've come to believe originally I didn't want to do it. It's the one thing churning's been like, you have to do it. Like, this is what, other than that, they don't tell us to do anything. I've come to believe it's the right move. Like, we need the revenue stream. And
Well, and not only that, but it's like maybe a couple of years ago I would have been fighting back with everyone online who's upset. But like at the end of the day, people will be upset, and then there'll also be a lot of people who buy it.
It's not like you're putting the
it's-
rundown behind the paywall. You're putting new stuff
all
behind
new.
No, and I understand
and
people
stuff
don't
we
like.
would not have done.
I'm a
Right.
guy who hates change. I understand people are like, I don't like change. I don't like change.
just
That,
don't buy
I
it.
totally get it, but you know.
And people don't want to hear it, but it's like the ESPN show being canceled, other shows are canceled. That is it. That all plays a factor. It's like networks are
Not
super
money
concerned.
wise. Like I don't think that's. I think that's
No,
misconstrued.
sort of,
like,
though.
But not like we missed out on all this money. But I think what you're saying too is it plays a factor in like public. The way the climate is in 2019, a public perception can like submarine a show very quickly, whereas
Totally.
they can't do that to something
Right.
real.
Or like on social media, like Kevin's going to be suspended for saying "kill yourself," but behind
That is insane that he got suspended for like talking about that story.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
like
I'm not
double
that
jeopardy.
surprised.
You
I
can't
feel like
say
that's
kill
been a new
yourself to somebody
thing.
that said kill yourself.
But it is money related too, because even though that original deal
Yeah.
wasn't big, there's like revenue streams that we planned on getting that have changed the business plan. So
And it's all you're in control. Like nobody else
Correct.
can tell you what you can and
correct.
can't
And like
say.
what you said, Dan, if you want it, great, and we appreciate it. We have a lot of people
Appreciate
who
it
will.
a lot.
And it's going to be very good content. And if you don't, you'll still get everything that you get regardless.
So we got the documentary.
Documentary tonight at 8. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't seen any of it. I'm like live
The
doing
Kim
it.
Jong-un documentary is going to be great. I've seen Dana working on it.
The what?
Kim Jong-un.
What does that mean?
I mean, I've just heard, like, you know, there's just stories about how you hit, like, a hole-in-one when you were 4 and, you know, like, your parents are on there saying you're the greatest athlete they've ever seen.
I
in their
mean, I
life.
was fast. That's
I'm excited
no
to
lie.
watch it.
So we're gonna have like all of those like tapes of you as a kid on this documentary, like
I
reliving
haven't
the glory
seen-
days.
I haven't seen any of it, so I have no idea what to
The
expect.
KFC radios, they're doing video podcasts.
Kim Jong-un.
Part of my take is doing video podcasts. I'm doing KFC Radio Classic with Kevin
Mm-hmm.
and John once a month. Part of my take's doing an episode once a month with we had a therapist come in and talk to us
I'm
about
excited
our
about that.
problems. So like
Fights
shit
has
like
an
that.
animated series.
It's gonna be good. I mean, there's some fun
It'll
stuff.
be worth. I mean, it's $1 a week. It's $1 a week.
It's 14
I'm never
cents
going
a
to tell
day.
anyone how they should or shouldn't spend their money.
You should spend your money on that. It's $1 a week.
Let's just say
I
I
bought
think
the
it's
entire
worth it.
office coffees today.
I think it is very much worth it.
Yeah. All right. So Barstool Gold. You can just Barstool
We should.
Gold.com.
Are we going to go tout behind it? We should do that. You and I should go tout with our gambling picks behind it.
behind it. We should be doing, by the way, probably an advisors every single day on some pick. It's so easy to do.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. That's it.
Although I just need to.
Although
do some picks.
Mush, he's got a $3,000 pick.
Yeah, what are
today.
you picking, Mush?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Fantastic.
Mush, I'm gonna give you. I haven't figured out. I don't like just giving you like $800.
You have to earn it.
We'll do some sort of bet tomorrow.
Right.
Like a double or nothing.
Right.
You pick a game. If you lose, you don't have to pay. Wait. Yeah. If you lose, I'll pay it. If you win, then I don't have to give it to you because you win. So it's like a free bet. I'll give you a free like $1,000 bet.
Yeah, you got pick the Duke game. Bet the Duke game
Yeah.
or something.
If you lose,
Like
I'll
with
pay
your
it.
bookie.
But if you win, then there's your 1,000.
Yeah.
And
That's
if you're
fair.
gonna bet that
That's
or
fair.
pick some other game that you weren't
Right.
gonna bet,
Right.
that you'd never
You
touch.
should absolutely do this, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying
I mean,
to
there's
understand.
no
No, I know.
downside.
I felt like I was
Trying to
watching him like
understand this.
There's no downside.
Yeah, there's
to
no
it.
charity.
I was
But I
watching
just-
his
right,
brain
Right.
like.
You
Yeah.
can't just hand
Yeah.
it to him. He's got
Right.
to earn it.
Right.
All right,
It's
I'm
a
gonna-
free $1,000 bet.
Duke?
No, I'm not betting with my heart today. I'm doing a lot of research. I didn't sleep last night. I just kept doing a
Is
bunch
that
of
bad?
research.
So what's the deal again?
I
If
need
he-
this. 'Cause
So
I don't want
Mush,
to waste
Mush, I felt bad
$1,000.
because I won all that money, and Mush was lost all that money. Mush has no money, and he's just an idiot. So I didn't want just I didn't want just charity. Here's $1,000. He's got to earn it. So he has a free bet tonight in which he can pick anybody. If he wins, he wins. He's got to bet $1,000. If he wins $1,000. I don't have to give him anything. He won it on his own. If he loses, I'll pay it. So it's a free $1,000 bet.
Yeah, I don't want him wasting $1,000, so I'm gonna win.
Yeah, me too. I'll be rooting for you.
Breaking news: Mush wants to win his bet.
Yep. Breaking news: Mush has no brain.
Can you
All
let
right.
me get up first, please? I don't want to stare at you.